Hello, Kaiju fans and Kaiju figure collectors. This is Thomas here with Monster Island Kaiju Reviews, and today we're doing a quick review on a figure that I've had for a little while, and it is one of my favorite sculpts of the 1964 Godzilla in Safubi form, and this is by Passion Tank, and this was originally a blank. I don't know if you guys can make it out. It is a kind of like a sky, kind of like a bright, well, I'll just say it's a lighter shade of blue, and I got that from I got this from a friend of mine, and I had this sent over to a artist on Instagram called Kaiju Canvas. I have another review. Yeah, I have another review that I did before on three pieces, and it's three Shin Godzilla Passion Tanks, and it's this one right over here. You guys gotta check it out. There's those three are still some of my most favorite Safubi that I have in my entire collection. And here is yet another one. And this one was painted more in a more traditional color, I suppose. It's got the standard like black, white dorsal plates. There's I guess the original color, I mean the color that he used was like a black, and I can't quite explain it. I am going to bring this outside so you guys can make out the colors a little bit better, because today it's a little bit dark, at least in here. Let me see, what am I going to say? Yeah, it's got the white claws, the toes. He's got these really nicely colored eyes though. You guys definitely can't see it here, but it's got like red and orange on there. So it's like he looks pretty fierce. And I do like that he painted, there's a couple of these fangs sticking out, and he painted those out. He painted those also, and it looks nice. So this one here, you know, if you look at it from a distance or up close, it looks fantastic. So I am really stoked to have this one painted by Kaiju Canvas, one of my favorite custom painters of all of them. He's one of my favorites. So I think that is it. He is the sculpt is fantastic. As I said in the beginning, definitely one of my most favorite 64 sculpts. He just has this face. It just kind of has this menacing face. It's kind of droopy in a way. No, actually not. He just kind of has his face like I'm grumpy. Don't mess with me, or I'm gonna go after some Mothra eggs. Mothra egg, I should say. Yeah, he looks so cool. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get this guy outside so you guys can check him out, do a few comparisons, and then give you my final words on this lovely piece by Passion Tank and custom painted by Kaiju Canvas. And let's do that right now. Alright, getting started with our first comparison, we have a Godzilla 2003 from NECA, and this is the Hyper Macer Blast version. And up next we have a figure from Gigabrain. This is Monster X from Godzilla Final Wars. Very nicely sculpted and a glow-in-the-dark figure as well. These guys almost scale. Finally, we have a figure from M1. This is Frankenstein from Frankenstein Conquers the World. A older figure, but very nicely sculpted, and they also almost scale. Finally, we have a shot of all the figures together, and in the background we have San Francisco. Okay, and we are back, and I do want to show you a few more comparisons indoors. The first one here is an M1, it's a 1999 Godzilla, I believe. Yeah, 1999 Godzilla. Really beautiful sculpt. Typically the M1s are a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter than your standard, say like your standard Marmot. It's a little bit smaller, but doesn't diminish this whatsoever. You can see the passion tank, it's pretty good size. And well, you know, in my hand I have a very basic figure. This is the Playmates GXK Kong. He's got that glove. I don't want to give away what that glove means, but man, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed by this little 6-inch figure by Playmates. Solid and a tremendous value. I don't know, I like this one so much. I know it's just a kid's toy, but I really like it. Another one here is the X plus 25 centimeter 64 Godzilla, and this one comes with a little rocky little tail stand, I think. But this guy is not talked about too much. People always talk about the FSL or the original release, but this one here is so well done. And what year did this come out? I don't think this was reissued. Yeah, this is an old one from 2012. My goodness, that is quite old, at least for an X plus. But this guy really holds up very well. I definitely, this is also one of my favorite X plus, at least 64s go. I mean, I think it looks fantastic, and it properly scales with the Mothra. I know folks use the 30 centimeter 64 Godzilla as a stand-in. I mean, it's fine, but I really prefer to put this guy next to it because that's the way it's supposed to be. Mothra is just so huge. Yeah, so that's a few more comparisons, and back to this lovely Passion Tank 64 is, my goodness, this is one of my favorites. I keep saying that, and I am so glad that Kaiju Canvas painted this one here. The way he painted, you can still see little traces of the blue kind of peeking out, so it just kind of gives it a little something, some kind of underglow or of some sort. It's a fantastic looking figure. Man, I am stoked. I don't necessarily have to have it anymore. I think I'm happy with this one here, unless I get another one done by Kaiju Canvas. He has done some awesome ones. You know, I've shown you some early on. I'm probably gonna show you a couple more right over here of some of the other ones that he's done. They are just some of the best I've ever seen. I just don't think I'll be able to get any of those, but never say never, right? So as far as a base score for this particular 64 sculpt, I give it very high marks. And you know, there's not as many closed mouth figures, and this one has a really sweet looking closed mouth. And this one actually is it kind of has a semi open mouth, but it still looks very good. I'm talking about the X plus. Yeah, man, I am just kind of mumbling as usual. Yeah, I give this particular figure very high marks, and the paint done by Kaiju Canvas, I also give it very high marks. It just has a particular type of style that is just so clean. Let's just say that. Very nicely done. So that is it with this one here, and you guys see my size comparisons. The Passion Tank is definitely a good size figure. It's probably 10 inches, maybe a little more than 10 inches, so 10 and a half maybe. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching my quick review on this particular figure. Stay tuned for more. If you guys are looking for more fun kaiju content, check out Godzilla Safubi Collectors and also the Rio Kaiju Collectors on Facebook. And that's it. Have a great day. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.